Now the question you had was how did I transition over to the vegan diet? It's a funny thing. My earth was actually, at one time I had been going in and out of veganism after I had gotten sick. I had been going in and out, you know.
Did you say you stopped eating beef a long time ago?
A long time ago.
So you were just eating chicken and fish?
I was eating chicken and fish. Okay. Turkey. Okay. Chicken and fish.
Turkey. You know, poultry.
So when I met my earth, I was vegetarian. Going back and forth, dealing with veganism, just kind of testing it out. Never more than 6 months at a time, you know, dealing with the veganism. Always vegetarian straight through. Because I decided not to go back to meat, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think I did it for maybe a little bit. I started eating fish, not much. It made, you know, I got sick of it. I think one time we went out for a turkey burger and I was like, nah, I see why I'm vegetarian. I don't want this. You know what I'm saying?
So this is after you got sick.
After I got sick, you know, I was like, I don't need this, you know. So fast forward, I'm going back and forth, and she was actually hosting Queen Afua here in Dallas. She hosted Queen Afua here with the Sacred Woman, group, a group of sisters that she had been building with also. And we were fortunate enough to have Queen Afua stay at our home. It's
48 hours.
For 48 hours. Queen Afua was in-house. So doing that.
Well, tell me about that.
Shout out to Queen Afua.
Peace.
Wow. I mean, you know.
That must have been really an intense 48 hours.
Bruh. It was, but you know what? She taught us a lot. She taught about her velvet sword.
Yes.
How
ain't supposed to tell nobody about that.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
She taught actually a great part of the curriculum that she deals with now, dealing with going into different phases of dealing with Sacred Woman. A lot of that was
she had gone through the rites of passage with women,
many
Queen
women.
Esther, Dr. Jewel Cooper, some like phenomenal holistic women. But after that event, by staying in the house and just kind of having that time to share ideas and kind of, you know, vibe and all of that, she reignited doing a rites of passage. So if you go back in, I think it's online, the first Sacred Woman Ascension that happened was actually the celebration leading after the rites of passage, a 12-week program basically. But she finished the work, the book, the curriculum, if you will, the presenting of it in its current form at the house, which was totally cool. And then went through, was it Man Heal Thyself? Man Heal Thyself, which is a beneficial self-evaluating process for men to do to deal with certain traumas and issues that don't commonly get addressed in what we call our whatever ideologies.
Right,
you know what I mean? We don't really get to the traumas that have affected both men and women. But versus just being solely for women, which is what Sacred Woman is, you know, and it kind of gets a rap and kind of gets played off, but in all actuality, a lot of women are really healing and dealing with their own personal traumas by going through this process. At the end of the day, however you got to go through to get better, whatever you got to go through to get better or to heal. Now, in all things, you got to kind of put it back on self. But all of that to say, out of that experience, coming here, staying for what, 48 hours. But she was here for the weekend.
Right, she stayed the weekend.
And then had stayed an additional 2 days because the weather was horrible during that time. It was 2016?
Yes.
2016, so it was real bad up north. Was that February. It was like February, March, April, or something like that. It was cold, and they kept canceling the flights. But it was just a unique experience. So she charged him because he was kind of going back and forth, and he wasn't doing the food.
Now let me tell it.
Okay, you tell it then. What did you ask me to come sit down for?
Because I want you right now.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna sit here and smile.
Actually, the Queen, I was in the kitchen. I'll never forget it. I was in the kitchen, and we had mentioned about veganism. And I said, you know what, Queen? I said, I really want to just really dive into being a vegan. And, you know, she's very calm. She don't get excited about nothing. You know, unless she's doing her thing. You know what I mean? And she looked up at me. She said, okay, today is day one. And that was it. She said, today is day one.
Wow. And you took that journey, started that.
That was it. I was done. It's funny because Dylan, even when I was around a lot of the Muslims, I had a sister that when I was eating, Sister Colette, I'll never forget, in the Nation of Islam. Sister said, I told her sister one day, I said, you know what, sister, I just want to stop eating meat altogether. She said, I challenge you, brother, right now. Just stop. And it's funny because that resonated with me. So when Queen Afua said, okay, today is day one.
Right.
Bam. When the earth challenges me, I'm like, see, this is part of making that, completing that flag. And the right challenger to challenge you to do what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
It all comes together for a reason. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you, so okay, the sister in the Nation of Islam, she challenged you to
stop eating meat.
Did you stop at that point, or
no? I didn't. It took me a while, but I took her up on that challenge.
But so how?
We were at the fish house too.
You were at the fish house. And
we were at the fish house.
She challenged you at the fish house
because she worked at the fish house and she didn't eat fish. Sister Colette was cold-blooded. And if you ever ate a Muhammad fish sandwich, you know what I mean. Some of the best fish in the world. Okay?
It was like whiting?
It's whiting. But the way they made it was like a fried fish sandwich, but it wasn't fried. It was like, it was baked.
Oh.
Yeah. So she challenged. So that's basically it, dealing with the veganism. I mean, I haven't went back.
So you're straight vegan now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't mess with nut. It's not.
My biggest.
It's all natural. It's all natural.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't mess around. Because I know that it'll clog me up, and I don't want to ever be
back in that state.
I don't want to be back in that state. You know, I got my vices. Everybody got vices.
Right.
As far as eating, give me non-dairy. Cause you know, for everything that you can make, you know, with meat or meat byproduct or product, you can make it vegan and make it taste just as well.
Right.
And when I tell you, when we get in the kitchen, we need to.
Can I cook power?
Hey, we need to do a cooking show. I mean, it's like we need to write a book. I mean, it's like and really it's really with us just getting together in the kitchen and just building. You know, we enjoy each other. It's just beautiful because we get in the kitchen and put on some good jazz and man, we go to work. And you know, that's half the fun. Being a vegan is to have somebody to support, deal with you, and make it to the point where they like it too. You know, that's just what it is, guys.
If Mecca did this.
Peace. In celebration of each other, we support each other's hustle. Weight Life has sponsored this content. You can get a sweatshirt, t-shirt, or a hoodie at the Common Unity store of a law school in Mecca. Or just simply hit me up. I got the hookup. Peace.